Well, howdy there. Today we are going to be looking at sample space and probability, 14D in our IB Math Studies textbook. So we have two sample spaces that we're going to be exploring, digital grids and tree diagrams. They are two ways to represent visually the outcomes of an experiment. Alright, so my problem set illustrate the possible outcomes when two coins are tossed by using a two-dimensional grid. The idea is kind of like an XY coordinate plane, but just in the first quadrant. So in this case, we have two coins. Okay. Coins obviously have two different possibilities. It could be heads or it could be tails. And this is coin 1. Okay, over here, I could also have heads, and I could have tails, and this is coin 2. So, all the possible options for coin 2 are listed here, heads and tails. All the possible options for coin 1 are listed here, heads and tails. So I could have this option, heads, heads. I could have this option, tails for coin 2, heads for coin 1. I could have this one, heads for coin 2, tails for coin 1, or this one where they're both tails. You see that there are 4 different options. Okay? Illustrating the same idea with a tree diagram is a little different. I'm going to scroll down here. So, the idea is that we have two options. It can either be heads or tails, right? And these are my options for coin 1. You can see that there are 2 branches. So tree diagrams have these branches, okay? And then for coin 2, there are another 2 options, okay? So coin 2 also could be heads or tails. Heads or tails. Now, the idea is that you can see all the options by going down all the branches. So here, if coin 1, you flip and you get a head, then coin 2 you flip and you get another head, then obviously you had heads, heads. Same thing with coin 1, but the second coin you got tails, you have heads, tails, and so on. So you can see these are the 4 options. Same thing is up here, you can see these 4 options. Heads, this is heads, heads. This is heads, tails. This is tails, heads. And this is tails, tails. Just a different way to represent it. Okay, we use the tree diagram more often, but I wanted to show you the two-dimensional grid as well. Okay, so obviously it can be more complicated. Using a tree diagram, list the possible outcomes for the following situation. You can choose a small, medium, or large pizza, and your pizza can be cheese or pepperoni. So the first option, small, medium, or large, right? So you might have size. In this case, we're going to get 3 branches, okay? And you want to leave yourself plenty of room because these tree diagrams get big quickly, okay? Small, medium, large. All right. And within each one of these, after these choices here, we can have cheese or pepperoni. So this is going to be topping. Obviously not a lot of options here because we don't want to be writing all day. But it can be cheese or pepperoni. Same thing with medium. Cheese, whoops. And already I forgot the letter that cheese starts with. Cheese or pepperoni. Cheese or pepperoni. So again, this represents a medium pizza. It's pepperoni right there. You go medium pepperoni. Easy, right? No big deal. Draw a tree diagram. Okay. So I want you to practice on one of these. Using a tree diagram, can you illustrate the possible outcomes of rolling a 6-sided die and tossing a coin? Okay, so go ahead and pause and try this problem. Okay, you're back, so let's see how you did. So the first thing is rolling a 6-sided die. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 branches. Okay, and this is for the roll. It could either be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then once you roll, you toss a coin. So each one of these, you have 2 possibilities. Again, this is pretty crowded because I didn't give myself enough room. You should give yourself more room. This could be heads or tails, heads or tails, heads or tails, heads or tails, and so on. Okay, so you can see that this right here represents rolling a 4 and getting a head. Alright, thanks for listening. Toodles.